Good afternoon. Welcome to Woodturning in the stable studio. This afternoon I've got a full house, and I'm just going to let you see them now because I can't control them at all. It's a nightmare. Look who we've got today. The ever lovely Joe, who's in Yorkshire Grit headquarters today. Mr. Mike Walt, who's at home, not feeling very well.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Everybody say for Mike.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody really
He's
cares.
going to lose his voice, but we weren't so lucky.
We've got Terry from PJ Turning, who's in again. He's not in his workshop with his posh.
I rushed in for this.
We've got Mark the Gentle Woodturner
in my
Pete
workshop.
From Twisted Trees, who are co-located in Mark's workshop.
In Mark's workshop.
They're supposed to be tidying up, but they've just succeeded in making more mess.
We've destroyed it.
Made him sit in the corner.
Put somebody in the corner. Go on then, show us the floor then, Mark. Show us the floor.
Well, Pete came down to help me.
Show us the floor.
Pete came down to help me tidy up my workshop.
There you go, look at that.
He's more friggin' mess than when I got
Just leave it there, Mark. Just leave it there. There you go. There's Mark's nice tidy workshop, like guys. Look.
Oh, that's perfect, Mark. That's perfect, Mark. Wonderful.
I despair. I despair.
Finished it.
And the back of the car and the driveway's full up as well.
That looks really messy, Mark. Really messy. I've never seen your workshop look quite as messy as that.
Finish me bowl for those who are interested.
Is this full?
Oh, wait a minute. Let's have a look at the bowl that Terry does on Monday. Let's have a quick look at Terry's bowl. Put him on solo layout.
Sun's on it at the moment. The sun's coming in the window.
Yeah, that's it. Just rotate.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
So there's the slot.
Gorgeous.
There's where you put your knitting needles.
That was the ash hole where the flat spot was.
Ash hole.
That's what I said. The ash hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, get off, Terry.
Stunning work, Terry.
Thank you.
Considering the bloody mess you made of it when you were alive.
Yeah.
There was some debate this morning that I had some debate this morning because if you remember on, I think it was Monday. Hey, it was Monday. I was going to turn this piece of ash, and everybody said, "Oh no, don't turn that. No, turn a piece of yew instead." So I thought I would do this today, but then I was talked out of that as well.
But it was kind of false advertising because you said to everybody
I know.
that you're going to do spindle work.
I lied. So what? I lied.
Typical joke.
So let me just put you guys in the background out the way. You guys can just look after me here as we go along. We're going to turn something. I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah, right. Of course we will.
As if we would.
Excuse me. So this afternoon, guys, once I turn my heater down a wee bit because I'm roasted now.
Oh, you were complaining earlier. You were cold.
I was. It was cold, but I had the heater too low. So it's down at 3 now. So, and it's 16 degrees in my workshop, so it's nice and cosy. Piece of cherry. How big is it? I can't remember.
It's not as big as the ash would have been.
Yeah, but it's smaller than the ash. It's 7.5 inches. I've already prepared the tendon on. I put a tendon on both ends because I thought I might be making a lid, but I'm not gonna. By 3 3/4. And what I intend to make is a wooden version of one of those. A champagne flute.
Not long enough, is it?
A miniature.
Well, it's champagne flutes have no real definition in size. See, that's
Apart from
about
2
the same
inches.
size as that one. See?
2 inches at the top.
Apart from 2 inches at the top. They all seem to be 2 inches at the top. There's another example of said champagne.
Here, hang on. How many champagne flutes have you got in your house?
I've got another set in the house, but they have no feet on them.
Champagne Charlie.
They come in a nice glass bowl which you fill with ice and stick the stems in, which chills the whole glass. Pour your champagne in and then just lift it. So you can't set it down anywhere, you have to hold it in your hand. So anyway, there you go.
How many champagne flutes do you have, Pete?
None.
I don't have any either.
So let me get this in. That's because you boys drink Dunbar out of a tin.
We do.
We don't. We drank it out of glasses because we're
Well,
civil.
It came
Not
out of a tin
champagne
last night.
glasses.
Don't ask.
We poured it
Came
out of
of
a tin into a glass. We're not as uncivilized as you are, Brian.
Yeah.
Not
We're
a
not
champagne
animals.
glass, though, Pete, surely.
Well, a pint champagne glass, yeah.
You wouldn't know you were getting Mark's face.
With a handle.
But just make sure that's a good time. This is a
Can't
piece.
wait till you-
I did say this is a piece of cherry, didn't I?
I can't wait till you come and stay, Brian. I'm going to make you drink out of paper cups.
That's all right. Not a problem.
You drink out of anything.
That's if he gives you a
This is-
drink at
this is a
all,
little
Brian.
bit too- This is a little bit too big. It seems a bit unbalanced there for some reason.
It's
I made
too
you
big for a
tea yesterday,
champagne
Terry.
glass.
Took
So just use
Ruth
my,
about 20 minutes to get a cup of tea out of him.
Cool.
Spindle rough and gouge first. To bring this down a little bit, there's a little bit of a bark left over here. Excuse me. So stick on the dreaded face shield.
Spindle.
One of those
Oh, I recognise that.
on my head. You should recognise it. It came from your workshop. It's the only thing that's tidy in Mark's workshop because it's in mine now.
Is Joe going to read out the list?
Whoever.
Would you like me to?
Go on in,
Go
Joe.
on, Joe.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. So, in the chat, we have got
Oh, we could have more speed.
we've got Mark Harvey, Lawrence Gager, Chris Dodds, Steve Ashlerner Turner. Couldn't remember I'm doing this without any spectacles on. Timothy Hobby Turner, Falking Owls, Dara Coulon, Terry Bartlett.
So just take a pause there. I just want to point out something for the newer turner, as Mr. Walt's always saying. When you're when you're using your spindle roughing gouge, you want to make sure you're comfortable at the end of your cut rather than the beginning of your cut. Because if you make yourself really comfortable at the beginning of the cut and you get to the end, you can be off balance, run into your chuck. So kind of make sure you're comfortable here, and then reach over to where you're not quite so comfortable. Start your cut, and when you get to the end of your cut, you will be nice and comfortable.
Good point. Well made.
Just like that. It just makes life a little bit more comfortable for yourself and safer too.
Same when you're earworming. It's got to be comfortable. Uncomfortable.
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Right, Joe, on you go
Something.
again. If there's anybody else in.
So, oh yeah. We've got Woodturnings by Barry Rexby, who's in Florida, by the way, which I'm not jealous in the slightest.
No, not
75
even.
degrees this afternoon, apparently.
Robert Dolman. Just bear with me a minute. So, if you miss anyone, just let me know, will you? Because I can't see.
I'm sure they will.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Hodgepodge Woodworks. Wavy Woodshed. I think that's it at the moment.
Cool. Excellent. Welcome along, everybody.
Falking Owls and Terry Bartlett. Did you get them?
I did.
Returning by Barry.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe didn't.
I was just in with Barry a minute or two ago.
Rex
He
B.
was.
Did we get Rex B? Hello, Rex.
I did. He's in Florida. And we've got Clinton Wood Dancers that has joined us.
Hi, good afternoon and
Clint, hi,
welcome.
Clint.
Rex is wondering if
along,
you've got any
everybody.
new tools.
New tools. Let me see. New tools. Not new. No new tools yet.
Okay. Rob CP's in.
Mark got new tools this morning.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
He did. So
Got two more
let me just
coming
put a
in
little
now
bit of shape
this
into
afternoon.
this. I'm just going to do this by eye rather than try and measure things and make them look like. So if we come round there, I have to go down a whole lot more yet.
Hodgepodge wants to know how many captive rings you're planning to put on this stem.
0.
Oh, come on, Brian. We can have a captive ring.
Yeah, I got at least
0
3.
is the right number.
Captive rings are
Silly.
against the law. Is that right, Pete?
They are against the law, yeah.
Was that along with masking tape?
It's only
Yeah.
you that's banned from using masking tape.
That's what I use to roll them on.
I'm just trying to get a kind of rough shape on the outside here.
And rough it is.
That looks like a pint glass to me.
It does actually. Carlsberg.
Yeah.
Carlsberg glass, yeah. So lager, it suddenly became from champagne to lager.
That's perfect shape for a lager glass. I'll stop there, was you?
Perfect
more
shape
like
and
it.
size for champagne as well.
I'll just do that. I'll do that. That'll do. I can't take much more off of there because I want to hollow out first. So we'll reduce the size up here somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like the World Cup.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, here we go. Benjamin's in.
Oh, Ben.
Right. See you
Morning,
next
Ben.
week. Morning, Ben.
What's happening, old people? Rob CP is it?
Hi, Rob.
Rob.
How you doing, buddy?
Rob. I did say hello to Rob earlier on.
So did I, but
Yeah.
yeah, he didn't hear it.
No,
Didn't
no, one
hear
takes,
it.
Well, I didn't hear it because I was doing something.
no one takes any. Well, what are you doing, man?
Notice.
Brian? We doing?
Playing
I'm
the
just
flute.
trying to put a little
Playing the
champagne flute shape into this. I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me what I'm supposed to do.
See,
That's
Oh,
what
you
normally
said
happens
to
on
us you
these,
didn't want us to do that.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
get your
usually what
scooches away
happens on
then.
a Thursday afternoon.
Get your scooches.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I'll
good
get-
turning is in. Good afternoon, Rob.
Rob Copperhausen.
Hi, Rob. Yeah,
Oh, but then at
Rob.
the top.
I'm Watkins.
we know that.
Yeah, it's got a bulge in the middle, so you've got to go down at
Right.
the top.
Brian
Yeah.
Watkins is
Just
in.
where
as
you
well.
are.
You're not
Just
listening to you.
Afternoon, Brian. Oh,
Go,
no.
go to your left a bit, Brian. Just there.
Rex, it's a bit of cherry. I don't think there's really a best wood for champagne flutes, whatever. You're not going to use this as a real glass.
No, it's just a decoration piece.
But you could do.
You
Just a
could, yes,
representation.
absolutely. Of course you could. I'm going to play a skew now, so I'm just going to lift the tool rest up a little bit.
Benjamin's baguette
That's-
today is prawn cocktail and cucumber.
I'm not so hopeful about this crack across here, so
That's going to leak.
that might be
Yeah,
interesting.
you leak it all out, won't it?
Yeah.
We might lose some champagne out of that.
Oh, he's brave, he's got the skew out. Steady.
Been practicing in me. Yeah, see how easy it is?
Just like that.
Awe-inspiring.
Just take that little bit out, change hands, go the other way.
Woodturning's by Barry says, Brian, thank you for your help.
You're welcome, Barry. Anytime, son. Anytime you need anything at all, mate, just give me a shout. There we go. That's not a bad shape now.
Rob from
You go.
Copper Owls said, "Hi, Chris D. Would you mind if I refer to you as Australian or upside down from time to time?"
Now, have to hollow this out a bit now. So what we'll do is we'll stick a Fosna bit down it. I think. Will we? Stick a Fosna bit down it? What do you think? Is that a good plan?
Yeah.
I think you should, and you should also change camera.
Make sure it's a smaller one.
Let's
Then-
change the camera to that.
The bottom of the flute.
Well, I'm just going to get the. I'll just get
Go
the little
halfway
box
down.
of. I've got this little box of. Hang on, let me just go to the overhead. For a second, I've got this little box of Fosner bits. That overhead would be better. There we go. So I've got a good selection of Fosner bits. Now, the only problem I've got is I haven't got extensions to make them long. But I have a friend of mine who's making me some. 22mm, would that be big enough? And I can hollow it after that.
Yeah.
Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks has joined us. Good afternoon, Todd.
Hiya, Todd. How you doing?
We
Hi,
could even go,
Todd.
we could even go to 24 mil, I think. Yeah, that'll do. We'll try 24 mil. See how far in we can get this. Though I don't mind hollowing out using a spindle roughing gouge either. You could do that,
You good?
but this
Good.
is just a little. This
Black
is just a
hollow?
little. Yeah, just black hollow.
Whoever's playing that in the background, copyright.
I've been Mike practicing again.
Copyright.
Why have I got music in the background, guys? Where's that coming from?
Whoever's playing music, you've got to stop now.
Not me.
We'll get a copyright strike if we continue.
It's
to
not
play that
I.
music. So turn the speed down to about 500.
But Brian, you're not monetized anyway, so what are they going to do about it?
Yeah, that's true. Not monetized yet, but I don't want. I'd rather not have any copyright hits. That's about 500 reds there. We'll bring it up as close as possible. And we'll just get that started and hollow that out slowly. Good sharp posner bit, so we can crack on a bit.
Paul didn't leave Woodturning at home, is it?
Hey, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Very quiet, Joe.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug. Am I?
Hi, Doug. Welcome along.
Yeah, you are quiet, Joe.
Afternoon, Doug.
So the important bit about the using a Jacob's chuck is that you hold it when it's coming out the way. In case it
Isn't that
pulls
right,
it out
Terry?
of your. In case it pulls it out of your
That's correct.
Morse taper. It's not so bad going in, because you're actually forcing it against the Morse taper.
See, one of you guys should do a demonstration of what goes wrong if you don't hold it.
Well, just go back and look at Terry's.
Yeah.
I can't remember when that video was now. It was
About
not long
believe-
ago.
2 Mondays ago, I think, or 3
I
maybe.
believe it.
Greg Alexander.
I believe it is 43 minutes and 27 seconds. To be exact.
Not that you were paying
Approximately.
attention.
I can't
Approximately.
remember what the video was on.
There we go.
As Pete would say, approximately exactly.
Yeah.
So let's see how far in we are. Oh, that's perfect. That'll do. Oh, I should have showed you that in overhead, shouldn't I? So we went in that far. So we're down to about here somewhere. So I can
Yeah.
finish that off now, just hollow that out. Seem to have lost my chuck key. My workshop stays tidy because I put things away when I'm finished with them.
You can't find them.
Oh no, they're in the box again, see? Back in the box.
I'm the same because my memory is terrible. If I don't put things back where they belong, I'll never find them again.
Yeah, that's my problem
They've
too.
all got their own little labels, so you know exactly what goes where.
Ben's bought a
Yeah,
labelling
right.
machine. He says he's even got a drawer now labelled labelling machine.
Yeah, excellent.
That's good. I sorted my workshop out about 6-9 months ago. Gave it a really good tidy up. Chucked all the rubbish out down the tip that I never used, and I couldn't find a bloody thing.
Well, you,
My little
you
go-
wouldn't, Mike. That's all your tools gone, isn't it? You chucked it all.
This
all
is
you've
my
done
little.
stuff
This is
in.
my little go-to gouge. I use this 10 mil 3/8 Robert Thorby.
Change camera. Here we
Yes, mate. So I just need to make sure this is on the centre when the tool is presented to the work, and off we go.
go. Maz Chaprick's in. Hi, Maz.
Hi,
Nice to
Maz.
see
Speed
you.
to 500, so we'll add it up. Hi,
Nice.
Maz. And let's see, can we backhaul this a little bit without it jumping off the lathe? So I'll just get rid of that shoulder that's there first.
Todd at Glen Cove's asking, is this going to be a skinny funnel?
It could well be. Worst things I've happened to see. So that's the finished rim now. just back hollow that out to there. Oops. So I'll just make sure this edge is nice on the first half inch or so in there, and then we're going to change hollowing tools.
Is that nice and straight so you can take a lid?
I could make a lid for it if I wanted to, but it's nice and straight.
Peter Corcoran's just joined us. Hello, Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Afternoon, Peter.
Afternoon, Peter. So the trick is to try and keep it all the same. So we'll go to our Simon Hope hollowing tool next.
You see, in my book, the trick is when I'm hollowing is to keep it on the lathe.
Well, true too. That's. I'll try
Brent
my best.
Beecroft is in.
So again,
Hi,
I'm just going
Brent.
to check that this is on centre, so as it can cut in its optimal place. Enough light there, guys? Can you see in there? Let me just put that on. The Simon Hope 6mm mini hollower. It's just each timber.
Yeah, it's quite an aggressive little tool, isn't it?
It's a very good tool for hollowing.
Yeah, done about 3 inches. It's a really good tool. 3.5.
Yeah, well, I'm only at about 4 inches there.
Yeah.
Not even, probably 3.5. So the
I mean,
rule
you
of
could-
thumb is for every 1 inch over the tool rest, you should 4 inches behind. Is that right? Something like that?
Yeah. Like Terry was doing the other day with that bowl.
Something like that one.
8 inches in front and 4 inches behind.
Yeah.
Did I say that was a rule there already? Mr. Walt, you need to make sure this is a lunchtime programme. Just drop
I'm
that
sorry?
tool rest a fraction. Doesn't speed up a little bit.
Certain things you can get away with. Certain things you can't.
You can overhang a little bit.
I did. Jennifer Rogan is in. Hello, Jennifer's Crafting Creations. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Jen.
Hi,
Afternoon, Jennifer.
Hiya, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer, says Mark. Hi, Jennifer, says
Well,
Mark.
that's not what he usually calls her.
Yeah, I'll stop calling her that now.
Yeah, it's a bit old hat Bailey's, isn't it?
Yeah. Shouldn't mock the alcoholically challenged.
How many pints of Doom Bar was it, Mark?
27.
Only 7.
27 last night.
They were just aperitifs, were they?
Yeah.
I had 14, I was drinking water.
Actually, I don't think it was actually. It was it 8? 16 cans we had. There's only 4 left in the fridge.
Well, if you
was
bought
8
20
pints.
then.
8 pints, yeah, there's 8 pints. 8 pints each.
So
Yeah,
that wall
beatless.
thickness is roughly, not roughly, I don't roughly at all. Oh, that's okay. We'll measure it and see. Currently the wall thickness is 3.5mm. But what I will do is take a little bit more off the outside.
Trevor B, Hobby Turner, said it's nice to watch live again after a few weeks. The mother-in-law passed away just before Christmas and the funeral was Monday. Sorry for your loss, mate.
Condolences.
Yeah, sorry
mate,
for that,
condolences.
Trev.
That's never
Good to
easy.
see you back, though.
Good to see you back, buddy. Welcome back. So I'm just trying to tidy up the bottom now, make sure it has a sort of nice curve to the bottom as well, that we can replicate on the outside. So I've currently got the cutter set at about 45 degrees, so it's not being aggressive.
Brian, just watch your wall thickness a little bit there, bud. In that center section.
That should do. Have a quick look in there. It's good, I like that. So, sanding. I'm not sticking my finger in there. So I have this piece of wood that I've got a little bit of Velcro stuck on the end. And if I just fold the sanding pad in half.
Is that labelled sanding stick or not?
No labels, mate. No labels. I might take it in the house and laser engrave it though.
I was going to say, how do you know it's a sanding stick if it hasn't got a label on it?
Exactly.
I'll tell you what I do
Genius.
sometimes as well is you know the little pads that you put on the inertia sander.
Oh yeah.
If you stick a pad on there and then on that, you get really nice and flexible.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You like this?
Exactly. If I could see, yeah, either that or the next one up, the red ones, the soft ones.
That one's too big.
Yeah,
so
the soft ones.
I don't know if I've got a smaller one. But what I could do is quite happily cut this one down to size.
But it's it's only a thought. That's all. Because it just makes it.
Yeah, no, we'll just give it a try though. Just cut this down to
And I keep it on
about
the
1
stick.
inch or so.
Keep it on the stick all the time.
Don't throw you round, you make it square, Brian.
I'm just kind of.
Tell you what, Mike, you've got some really good ideas. You
Yeah,
should start a
mate.
YouTube channel, you know.
Do you know, I
Yeah.
think it
There we
might
go.
be
So
an
just
idea.
cut
Yeah.
a ring off the outside.
There's a captive ring there. Look, you just stick it over the
Made a captain ring. There you go.
over the stem. Yeah,
Fine,
brilliant.
there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorted.
Happy
That's George
now
Podge
again?
happy.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's a piece of.
Pete's just
See what
passed
I
out in the workshop.
Let me just take it out of it. Well, you can see that okay? That kind of works a treat.
Ben says
Ben's
he's 3D
sad.
prints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's sad, isn't he?
Better put my extractor on, so.
That's it. Yeah, and then
Oh.
retrieve the end of the sanding stick you left in there.
Yeah, I know, I just left it in there. Though. That's because I looked away.
Hmm.
Let me stick it back on again.
Ben says he's
Put the
sad because
extractor
he 3D prints his own sanding sticks.
Oh, does he?
He's sad.
It's sad,
Why?
isn't it?
Why so sad?
Well, you
All
just
that
cut a bit of
wasted
wood.
3D printer in time, just cut a bit of timber.
Yeah.
John from New Jersey has joined. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Well, if
Oh,
you've got
Lord.
toys, why not use them? That's what I say.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Brian, you're bloody useless. Useless for your sanding stick.
I'm just pressing too hard, Mike,
Yeah, I can see that.
and it's just caught in the bottom again. The problem is, it's your
Sorry.
idea is causing it to grab in the bottom when it gets to the narrow bit at the bottom.
Yeah, it would do. It would do.
So what we'll do is
That's why Mike stopped
we'll
using
do
it.
this.
Yeah,
Do
don't
that.
use it anymore.
Now I see now.
Hold on over there.
Yeah. No, I take it all back. Mike, bad idea.
No, what,
I've just folded the sandpaper over at the end, so you can actually get right into the end then.
Amy!
what
Amy
hello.
Hello,
DeAngelis has
Amy.
joined.
Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi,
How you
Amy.
doing?
What I actually use is not that backing pad, is the next one up, the softer one. You know, the spongy one, the red
All right,
one.
the spongier one.
Yeah.
I have a
that
couple of them.
And I've got that in 33 mil, the little ones, and they're ideal. for this sort of thing. But I do use it, Pete. Yeah, occasionally.
So that was 120. Let's jump up to 180. Square piece of paper this time. Doesn't really matter.
Of course, the other thing Mike uses when he's sanding a goblet is a catcher's mitt.
Yes.
Is what? Sorry.
A catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
First and second slip.
Yeah. Cheers, Peter. Always a pleasure to see you going.
It's always a pleasure. There we go. Looks quite
Joe's
after that.
still with us.
I think Joe's still there. Oh no, she's not. Oh, she is. Oh, she disappeared. She's disappeared from the chair. She's there somewhere.
She's still here.
She's probably drunk and sliding under the desk again.
She's...
Oh,
Here's me thought she'd fallen asleep.
well, I just
Further
point
on the
out that
list,
I
Pete.
did not say that.
Oh, wrong way. Wrong
No,
way.
you just wrote it
Idiot.
down on a big card and held it up for me to read.
I seen that, Pete. I can. You
Most
wouldn't drop you in
amazing-
it very.
The most amazing thing happened yesterday. I actually came off the list momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily. Yeah, you did come off the list. I have to say.
I came off the list, and then momentarily, I ruined it all by going back on the list.
To the very top.
Almost,
so many
instant,
people-
almost
so many-
instantly.
There's so many people queuing to get on the list, Mark. That's what it is. You get a bit of respite for a couple of minutes, then you go back on it again.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amy, that I'm going to have to block you.
What has Amy said?
Yeah, so
Right,
about them ashes.
About them ashes. You're
Yeah.
quite right. England can't play cricket, Amy. You're right.
Bye, Amy.
He's not going to block you at all because it's my channel.
Yeah, you're busy.
At least they've avoided a serious whitewash for a change.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever is right.
See
About
again.
as, you guys are as good at cricket as we are at football.
There's only one thing more boring than cricket, and that's more cricket.
The only thing more boring than cricket is a test match.
Yeah. One day
True,
cricket,
okay.
I can just about accept that.
Just about handled that, yeah. I
Yeah.
have to say. Would you stop doing that, paper? There we go. So we're good now on the inside.
So what grid is that?
This is 320.
Okay.
And I think it's worth mentioning when you're doing that, to stop any radial marks, you've got to be really the same pressure on all the grids.
Yep.
Oh, it looks really nice, Brian.
For a
Let's just
change.
I'll just
Yeah,
try
but-
and give it some
It looks that good. It looks like Terry's done it.
standing with the grain a little bit, just to try and get rid of any radial marks that's in there.
I got to say something else now. Very boring, I know. To alleviate the possibility of radial marks when you're turning the inside, when you're sanding the inside of a goblet. And I'm not promoting it. It just so happens that I've got an extension arm for the drill and the quick release for the pads. You put a 32mm pad on there, and you can sand the inside because you can hold the rod and guide it around, and you
Alright.
get no radial marks at all, which is a really nice idea. But it's it's a bit over the top just for goblets, but I'll use it for boxes as well if I can remember how to turn a box.
If you can remember where you put it.
Cool.
A little rough, but just at the side of this, where it's where this split is, or an inclusion, or whatever that is. It's going to make interesting when I start to turn the stem.
It's a nice shape though, Brian, in fairness.
Don't sand the outside yet, because we're going to take a cut on the outside to try and get it to be as nice on the outside.
Or just sand it, Brian.
Yeah, mate.
'Cause you already used a skew on it, so it should be perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
And don't
Yeah,
forget,
look at-
Terry,
Douglas
it
is
wasn't
just
you
right,
using the
Malcolm.
skew, it was Brian.
Oh yeah.
Oi,
forgot
oi. I don't think there's any call for that, Mr. Wolf.
If the skew fits,
That's the skew fits, yeah.
that. Malcolm Douglas is in. Hello, Malcolm.
I like
Just
it.
said,
Oh, no.
Yeah, we don't listen to you, Mark.
okay.
What about Sanding Sealer in there?
We'll just go back to sleep then. Had a hard night.
I didn't hear you saying it.
I'll text you. I'll text you to when to wake up, Mark. All right.
Okay.
I said I
Text
stay awake.
Pete.
That's actually looking
Text
quite nice
Pete
in
to
there,
wake him
mate. Quite happy with that. So we'll have a look. I can get sanded all the way down to here.
Yeah, text Pete, because he's within reach of everything so he could throw at me.
Got a hammer right here.
Oh yeah, don't tempt fate. Don't tempt fate.
Us as well.
Don't be tempting me. So, quick bit of sanding on the outside. Don't think it needs to be any thinner than it is, really.
No.
Might actually want to take a little bit more off the bottom of that, so we'll just wait a second.
Michael
tell you what.
McEwen's just joined. Hi, Michael.
Hiya, Michael.
Afternoon, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Is it,
I think what I'm going to do is just
something
take a little bit more out of the stem.
Something has just occurred to me, which I'm going to say. And when you get asked the question from prospective turners and new turners, what size lathe do I need? And we always, as the more experienced turner, say get the best and the biggest you can afford. And the reason for that is, here's a prime example. Brian is turning on a 3 horsepower lathe and turning a small goblet. But he'll be able to turn a big, I don't know, 20, 24, 18 inch, 20 inch bowl or whatever.
20-inch bowl over the bed, yeah.
Exactly. So you can turn a small piece on a big lathe, but you can't turn a big piece on a small lathe. And this is a prime example of that analogy. And I'll shut up now.
No, that's a good point, Mike. Somebody said to me, buy your last lathe first.
Yes, exactly. Totally agree with you.
Just,
Brian didn't do. This is his 16th lathe.
yes.
It's not. It's not. It's only
No,
my
it's
fourth
not.
one.
It's,
Stop it.
it's 327th lathe.
It's my fourth lathe. Well, yeah, it's my fourth lathe, yeah.
That's the same as me. Have you kept any others, right?
I did what everybody else does.
Yeah.
I started
Chris-
off and I bought a cheap one, 150 quid, a lumberjack thing. That lasted all of 3 weeks.
Chris Dodd's got a good point. He says, "Is that going to fit the cup holders for the new car?"
Nope. There'll be no cups in my new car.
Rob Z says big lathes are generally more stable. That's correct.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. The point I was making, Rob, is the fact that, obviously you can turn small stuff on a lathe, you can turn pens on a big lathe, and then when you get a big chunk of wood, you can turn that as well.
Yep. We found that out today, didn't we, Pete, when we moved my lathe?
Yeah.
The 18 inches that we've moved it.
Mm.
Very heavy,
that'll
very
do.
stable.
Yeah.
That's a better shape now, guys, I think.
I think yours must be about the same weight as mine, because mine's 350 kilos.
Yeah, it's 280.
And a bit.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
Well, I actually drove down here for a couple of days to drink beer and rearrange the workshop. And we looked at all the options and decided the lathe was in the right place almost.
Yeah,
So we've only
just
moved
drink
it.
beer.
Yeah,
Moved 18 inches and drank beer.
So,
That
so it
sounds
was,
good.
yeah, it was more fine tuning than rearranging.
yes. Well, we are this afternoon going to tidy up and
Drink.
sort out a new microphone system.
If
Hopefully,
you're going to tidy up, I suppose you'd be there for a week then, Pete, will you?
It'll take longer than that.
we could well be staying an extra night.
I did actually get Mark to throw away an awful lot of half turns and less well-turned things that he'd had stacked up in the workshop.
Questionable quality.
Questionable quality.
So the workshop's nearly empty now then.
Oh,
Arse,
Right.
arse for true. Arse for true.
It's funny actually because I keep all my bits and pieces that I don't, do anything with, but I use them to practice on. So I just keep them and stick them in and turn them to toothpicks.
I really must go and cut some up. Cut some of this 240 sandpaper up.
Yeah, I should.
Where is Jo? She's still not back in her chair.
That's really a lovely shape, Brian.
Thanks, man.
She's there. She's working.
She must be on her lathe, isn't she?
I'm sat in the front of the heater.
Oh, she sat at the heater. Oh, I see.
That's one of those space heaters. Blimey, she must be warm.
Yeah, it's one of them rocket ships. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that finish now. That's 240. So guess what's next? A little bit of sanding sealer
And the mute button.
and the mute button.
yeah. Get back in here, you. Pete's leaving the workshop, you know. Sit.
Sit stay.
He's trying to run away.
Run
Gonna
away,
get a beer.
run away.
Oh, that is overhead. A little bit of sanding sealer. That's
You
nice,
stop
nice.
fiddling with my drawers.
A nice piece of wood, that.
I was looking for something in particular. I think I'm going to have that bit there.
Better if you get the sanding sealer even, Brian. Just burnish that a little bit. Could have done it with shavings, couldn't I? Seen I have some today.
Roy's in. Roy's the boy. Hi, Roy.
Next.
Rex B's asking, are you making a champagne flute
Yep.
for your walking machine? I think he means
For
your
my walking,
treadmill.
to celebrate when I get to 100k. I do 4
Walking's easy
kilometres
with
a
a glass
day.
of champagne in your hand.
I do 4 kilometres a day on the walking machine, on the
Yeah,
treadmill.
don't we know it?
Walking at 8k.
He's filling Facebook out with it, isn't he?
Well, the reason for doing that is just that it's a motivation thing, guys. Because I'm if I don't do that, I'll not do it.
It's a show-off thing, I think.
No, it's
Isn't it,
not.
Terry?
It's just
Yes,
motivation.
it is.
All right,
Doesn't motivate me, Brian.
No, not me.
well, that's okay. If you can continue to be a lazy so-and-so, that's fine. I'm not too worried.
Well, you should be. He's a friend of yours.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Who knew? Who knows?
In the distance, you can just hear Joe singing. It's the best she's ever sounded.
Now hands
Yeah.
that feel pretty can be soft.
Oh, that was uncalled for, Mark.
I was going to
Best
say,
she's
Mark,
ever sounded.
Gritty.
I totally agree, mate. The further away, the better.
Well, she's in Scarborough, like, so. It's a fair old trick. So the finishing is the
Roy,
But-
boys, the
is
boys
the
here.
bit that takes the longest.
Hello, Roy. How are you?
You didn't listen then, Mark. Said that 5 minutes
The
ago.
goal I did on
Oh,
Monday,
Never mind.
I wasn't happy with the finish, so I brought it back out again and remounted it on the lathe and completely sanded the inside and refinished it, and it took me an hour and a half to get it to a place where I thought it was acceptable.
Todd at Glen Cove Woodwork says, tell Joe the sound level was perfect. Todd, you've just made the list, pal.
Yep, Todd's
Todd's
on the list.
Welcome aboard. It's a nice list.
Join the club there, Todd.
It's a happy, warm place. Who's muted Joe, says Terry Bartlett.
We all did turn.
She muted herself. She's walked away from her chair. She's standing up at the heater, and she muted herself. So
No, I've got a headset on.
We can't
Still
hear a
can't
word you're
hear you,
saying,
Joe.
Joe.
We can hear you shouting at the headset, Joe. We can't hear you coming through the headset.
There we go. That's quite nice. Happy with that. Our old friend Hampshire Sheen, I think.
It's a very pretty piece of wood.
It is pretty nice, I have to say.
It's got some nice figure in it.
Stem's
Wait.
a bit thick, Brian.
It's a bit thick for now, yeah. Oh, too much. Oh, too much.
It's a bit fell out on your bedways there.
So it did. Get back in there.
Yeah, don't waste any, Brian, do you?
No, absolutely. It cost a fortune.
I know.
Cost me a fortune in shipping to get it here.
Buy a tin of Hampshire Sheen high gloss wax. Cost you 39 quid to ship it to Northern Ireland.
Yep. So it was starting to feel tacky there as I was doing that, so we'll just give it a second or two longer. And then just... Could have used carnauba wax, couldn't I, Terry?
You could have also turned the speed up on that by twice as much. Get a polish.
More Valley Makers
Oh,
in.
Valley. Hi, Dave.
Beat you. Beat you.
Hi, Dave.
Michael McEwen says he's on his 7th lathe, but he still has 5 of them.
Oh, that's fair
Oh,
enough.
that's-
At least
that's
he's
all right
collecting
then.
them.
That's a collection then. That's not so much just trading up.
Oh, it's a piece of cherry.
Little piece of safety cloth. Because it feels a bit softer than the
Hang the expense.
hang the expenses, right? It's not getting very shiny, mind you. Let's try that.
Amy,
instead.
Amy DeAngela said she went to buy some makeup online, and the postage was more than the products she wanted. Big
Yep.
no to that.
I get the same problem when I order my
No.
makeup.
Cherry. Yeah, right.
Steve Fleming has joined us.
There she
Joe's
is.
back.
She's back.
Hello, Steve. She's back. Thank goodness
the
she
next
finished
thing
his
is-
rep.
I need to support this somehow.
Give it a fiver.
Give it a five.
Financial support.
Financial support. Yeah. Ah, you're quick today, Mike.
Well,
Are we going
So-
to use a cone or a ball?
I don't know. Don't think about a cone that fits that. No.
You make one.
Yeah, I
make
don't really
cones
want
on a
to.
lathe, you know.
You can make one on the lathe, could I?
Yeah, you can make cones on a lathe.
I have made several cones to fit over. You undo that cone and screw other cones on.
No.
you don't need to thread them, you see, because if you do it slightly
No.
smaller, screw it on,
Slip
and it
'em
just creates its own thread, doesn't it?
On this
Yeah.
thing here, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just take the cone off, and then
You
Just-
make
just-
it exactly the same size, or just
cool.
Same size as that.
half a millimeter bigger, and you can screw it on
Brilliant.
any size you want.
Yeah. Could I be bothered?
Nah.
Today? Nah, I don't think I could. I'll try that. I'll try that another day. I'll maybe make a video of that.
Use a tennis ball.
Tennis ball not be too big, maybe.
No.
Use a squash ball. I'm sure you play squash as well.
I'll do. It's actually going to fit okay. I thought it might have been too big. But I'll need a jaggy stabby thing to stick in it. This one.
I remember years
That's
ago I did a
Jabby stabby thing.
hollow form with quite a large opening because I was going to do a lid and a finial on it, and I put the tennis ball in and it went inside. The feature.
Not like you, Mike.
Yeah, it was good.
So not too much, just enough to kind of stop it wobbling. Try that. Put that back in its correct drawer. Now.
Does Mark
where
allow
I'm
you
gonna-
to copy his face, Brian?
That's yours, Mike.
It can't be. There's no beard, and the eyebrows aren't thick enough.
Mr. Smiley Walt.
That's a
That was the,
contradiction.
that was the plan. Yeah, contradiction. Yeah, indeed. Right, spindle gauge. Where I've lost my spindle gauge. There it is. Simon Hope, double-ended spindle gauge, mini Simon Hope handle. Let's just try and make something here. So we'll bring this down and we'll make a little fillet just off the end of the bit we've just polished.
I'm stealing that bit of oak. Joe, I'm stealing some oak from Mark's workshop to make your light pool blanks with.
Oh, fantastic. He deserves it.
So I'll steal it from Mark and send it up to you.
That's fine.
Thank you very much indeed.
Just a nice simple shape.
Lewis, the Klondike Grassman's just joined. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis. Welcome along, buddy.
Good afternoon, Lewis.
Now, if anybody's interested, all you wonderful people who come and visit my channel, I've actually managed to get me up to something around 700 subs. I think I need 2 more to make 700.
Hey.
I suppose I could subscribe, but you know.
Yeah, it's difficult just to press that button sometimes, isn't it?
Well, you know, is it worth subscribing to? That's the question, isn't it?
You're on 6.99 apparently.
Oh, one more.
Go on, then, folks. Share this out to people. Tell your friends and family.
Cats, dogs, goldfish.
Never mind. Tell your friends and family. Get the thumb screws on them and get them to subscribe.
Hodgepodge just passed 3,000 last night. Well done, mate.
Ah, well done, Robert.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, don't Robert.
Excellent.
I need 4 for 500, but
I think that's all down to Harry, though.
Well,
What do you think of that, guys?
Thinner.
thinner, longer. You've got to get your fingers in there to hold your champagne flute without warming champagne up.
Champagne flutes are delicate stems.
It's always thinner for you guys. It's always you go.
No, in all seriousness,
This is-
a champagne flute is a more delicate stem.
yeah, thin. This is about the point that Mike gets to, usually.
It only needs to have room for 3 fingers because, of course, if you're drinking champagne, you put your little finger in the air, don't you?
No, that's a teacup.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a teacup. I agree with Brian.
That's like
But I don't-
Terry's teacup. Shows your teacup, Terry.
I don't drink tea, so that's no good to me.
No, he drinks copious amounts of coffee.
Yep.
As your electricity bill can attest to.
The kettle's barely been off since he's been here.
Nigel Foster
Well-
wants to know, Brian, if Mark did you a drawing for that?
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't do a drawing for this one.
You can tell.
We did do several drawings of the workshop layout before deciding that we weren't going to do any of them.
Yeah, before deciding we're not going to do any more.
Yeah. Rex is asking, what does it mean between 700 subs and 3,000 subs? Is there more benefits or something else? When you get to 1,000 subs, Rex, your channel can become monetized.
Oh no.
which means you get paid for the adverts that
Big
YouTube play. But there's no difference between 1,000 and 10,000 subs. Things change a little bit when you get to 10,000.
So there's a bit of a split there, guys.
Circular
so
route by Keith is in.
seal it
Hi,
up a
Keith.
little bit with some
Hi, Keith.
CA glue. And there is another one.
What's in it?
Typical cherry, eh? Ooh, that one's disappeared away over here. That's not good. This might have to
Thanks,
have a
Todd.
CA finish.
Susie Swiss
Todd.
Turners. Susie Swiss Woodturners in.
I see.
Right, Susie.
Susan.
Todd at Glen Cove has said his friend's grandson is 2.5 years old, and his name is Beckett. Amazingly, their drawing skills are similar.
I'd imagine the 2.5-year-old's probably got better drawing skills than I have.
I could be doing this with a skew, of course, couldn't I?
Good.
He should be.
You should. Chicken. Shall we dare him? Because if we dare him, he'll have to do it.
Well, I think he needs to get the skew
Yeah,
out and put a
right.
little fillet at the bottom of that glass.
Yeah, I do. Little fillet at the bottom of the glass with it.
Oh,
Give it separation.
Where?
There. Just down a bit.
There.
Just there.
Bit more. There. Get a skew and just put a little couple of V each side.
Don't know if I like that.
We're not talking about you, talking about us.
Well, it's because you can do a very good job of it. If you do it right,
Yeah.
it's just nice.
Harsh, but fair.
Fair comment.
Don't you be bullied, Brian. You do what you want.
Oh, Joe's back. Gosh. Get back there, eater.
No, I'm still here. I'm in front of the computer.
I just realised well, nobody's answering what I'm saying because I was on mute.
Oh, well done, mate.
Well,
Do you want to say anything?
Don't go back over the last 3,000 answers then, Mike.
No. I've been talking away and I'm thinking, fair enough, ignore me. I don't care.
Well, I mean, we do anyway, Mike, so it doesn't
Yeah, well, I know
matter
that,
whether we're mute
yeah.
or not.
Is that not a situation normal for a bus driver?
Oh, what you done there, Brian? What you done there, mate?
I made a little fillet.
Oh, I see.
Really?
Oh, just there.
Uh,
Yeah.
No, you can't make a fillet without a skew.
No.
Yes, I can.
No, they don't
Ah,
like
Yes,
that skew.
yes, I can. Just right there. It's perfect. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's perfect. It's just nice and subtle.
All right, we'll let you off.
You're going to have to. That's the way it is now. Is this actually
no,
quick?
Rob, he's on Zoom already.
You don't want to see too much detail.
And I got to be really picky here. You just want to be a little bit more concave on the base.
I think it's going to go a bit lower, yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Take a bit more off.
Yeah.
Just trying to get that right
Yeah, no,
before it snaps.
Yeah.
That's as good. That's as good as that gets.
That's good. That looks good.
Whipfoot Resin and Wood Creations, is
Hiya.
So you've gone back to the heater then, Joe?
Who's that?
it?
David.
No, I haven't, no. Good afternoon, David.
Good
Hi,
afternoon,
David.
David.
Good afternoon, David. And for the newer turner, the bit that Brian's doing now is actually the most difficult because it's quite easy to go in a bit too far there, which he
Is
hasn't
that right,
done.
Mike?
You all right, mate?
Is that right? You can go in a bit too far at that point.
Yeah. I don't mean break it off, actually. What I'm saying is then you end up having to make the stem even thinner because you get a ridge. Do you know what I mean? At the end of your cut.
Yeah,
when you
just
do
in here.
the-
Just
yeah,
this last
just-
little bit here.
That's right. They're very fine cuts there. And it's
And
very
just try and blend
easy.
it together. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's looking nice, Brian. You got to make the base a bit less diameter. Yes, is the answer to that.
He is.
Yeah.
Mike. He
That
is.
was you could tell by the inflection in the way he asked.
That wasn't a question, Brian. That was a
Just wait a
direction.
minute, light check, see how wide this is.
That was a direction, Brian. It wasn't a question.
Well, I want to see what it's. Well, that's almost exactly 2 inches at the top. That's
Right.
what I was
So
aiming
it's
for.
got to be 2 inches or less, and that's about 2.5.
Well,
I think.
well, in my research this morning,
Hmm.
the bases are all wider than the top.
His research, which involved going through his 355 different styles of champagne flutes that him and Michelle have
So-
between them.
All
But-
of these glasses have a 2-inch top,
Yeah.
and the bases are all. That's that one's
2.25.
2 and
2.25.
2 and 5/8.
Right. In a
And
real
this one,
glass, I'd agree.
This
Still
one
think, yeah.
that's actually 2 and 3/4.
And how long is it in comparison to the one you've got?
Oh,
there
that's
now?
9 inches, that one.
Exactly, it's a lot longer. And what I'm saying is,
Yes, well, it's an inch and a half
Yeah.
longer.
if you, it's just not a rule of thumb. It's just aesthetically with a wooden goblet. I always think
Yes,
the
Michael.
base. Oh, shut up! I won't bother.
I'm doing it now, Michael. I'm doing
Zed
it now.
Zombie Turner's in. I
I
said.
can do it now.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
I did.
Well, that's too small now, bro. You're going stupid.
No.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that.
Oh dear.
Hodgepodge says, you all should know with your old age, the larger base makes it less likely to get knocked over.
Yeah, very true.
I have a
That's
I have
about
a
right
theory
now.
about that.
That's
Once
about right.
once you've been given a glass of champagne, you should never set it down. Set it down
No.
till it's empty.
No.
Right. So that's not very well finished. I'll need to finish that a bit better. But I'm parting off here now.
That's better.
I'm just going to nip over here a little bit. Just get rid of that rubbish.
And the next thing, of course, is how thick is your base going to be?
Thin. It's going to be thin.
That thing.
Oh, it's far too thick.
Much
That's
too
not
thick.
too what?
Much too
Nothing.
thick.
Nothing said up, I didn't say a word.
Just as well, Mr. Beckett. Where
I
is my
said it.
sanding tool?
It's a fibber.
I know it is.
There's something.
I go.
I need to start about 180, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say an eighth of an inch thinner than that, Brian.
I need to finish thinner than that.
Yeah. What do the rest of the team think?
Yeah.
What?
In my expert opinion, I
you
don't
got a-
have an opinion.
Have you got a thin parting tool, Brian?
Yes, I've
Bye,
got it.
Susie. Susie's having to go. She's got to go back to work.
Bye for now.
Bye, Susie.
Hi,
Yeah.
Susie.
Susie, ta-da.
The woodwork
Thanks for
learner
coming
has
in, Pat.
joined us.
Andy,
Good afternoon, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
late as usual.
Somebody got a tape measure?
You want to go in a better
Yeah, I got one here.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
one.
I've got one
You
here,
got
yeah.
one?
You want it?
Can you
No,
lend
no,
it
I
to
just
Brian?
thought I heard one.
Not quite good enough yet.
Brian, Green
Yes,
for
mate.
go, red for stop.
That's the one.
Green
That's,
button makes it spin, spin.
Yeah.
Red button makes it not spin, spin.
And if you ever do a demo somewhere and you can't understand why a gouge isn't cut in, check that little switch to make sure somebody hasn't switched it to reverse.
To reverse.
yeah, yeah. Aye, this one here, this little
Yeah.
one that makes it go backwards. Yeah.
That happened to me in a live demo once. I couldn't understand what was going on.
Why are all these shavings going back onto the wood?
I haven't. I have to say, Mike, you haven't had a lot of luck with live demos.
I haven't had a lot of luck with anything, Brian. Woodturning related, to be honest with you.
Good job you qualified that, Mike.
Yes.
You've been lucky in the looks department, though, haven't you?
Oh, extremely.
Oh, stop! I can't talk now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete. The sound you heard was Pete falling off his chair.
What I'm lacking in woodturning ability, I've got in spades on the beauty stakes.
Yeah.
Don't think you were top of Joe's list for that one.
I got to mute myself. I got a cough. Excuse me.
This is my last piece of 240 grit.
No.
Mike, when you finish coughing and you start talking again, don't forget to unmute yourself this time.
Yeah, I have. That's all right. I keep my cursor down at the bottom so the little thing stays there.
Mark Harvey saying
I think
hi
I'll
to
do.
everybody.
I
Hi,
think
Mark.
that's going to do.
I'm Matt.
Hi, Mark. How
I
are
think
you?
that's going to do.
Yeah, so you're right. He's turning a clumpy-based champagne flute.
Clunky. It's not finished yet. Shut up. Shut up, woman. It's not finished yet.
Tell you what, Mike, don't hold back. Just tell him what you think. Don't keep sitting on that fence there, Mike.
Oh, my little
Just-
fillet's disappeared.
No, that's strange, isn't it?
Oh, really? Never really thought it was there in the
I
first
am
place.
surprised. Oh no, it's still there. It's very subtle. It's so subtle.
That's just a tool mark.
I was going to say
Dear
it's
of it.
like a tool mark.
Such a sweet little fillet. Dear of it.
Fillet
I
of
can
white-
see it.
That's a fillet of white bait.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Amy's off to sleep. It's 1 a.m. where she is. Night, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi,
Hello,
Amy.
Amy.
You raving lunatic.
Cheers.
Todd wants
Right.
to know what colour should he use next, Mike?
I should use
I'm not happy.
Purple.
I'm not happy now,
Purple.
so.
purple.
I've got trouble now.
It's a nice bit of figure,
Yeah, there's a little lump just here.
is there?
Was that where you had the fillet?
Well.
This is where you try to get me to make a fillet. It's going to have to go.
A fillet.
How far did you go down, Brian, with the Olowin? You know, there
no,
are you?
No.
That's about that smiley face bit, Terry.
Put a smiley face.
There's a smiley face. There's a smiley pair of lips there at the bottom. I'll tell
Suddenly
you what,
gone
Rob.
very quiet.
Yeah, it is. We're just waiting.
We're waiting for the catch.
I love it with operations like this. I'm really so pleased that I use a radius skew. I know I'm a wimp. Oh no. No. Yes. See, you could have done it with a skew to begin with, Brian.
And you guys all thought I was a chicken.
Yeah,
That's what we
well,
did
well
say.
done, mate. Well done. All you got to do is sort the base out now, and you've got a nice looking goblet.
You just give that a little hand in there.
By the way,
Meow.
all the people that
Meow,
can hear me, I am only joking. I am only joking. Sort of.
That's better now. I'm happier with that now.
You happy with that? Are you?
Pete and I look at it. Pete and
I'm
I look
happy,
at each
I'm
other and
not
we're both
finished,
shaking
I
our
haven't
heads going, he isn't.
I haven't parted it off yet. Just,
Oh, that means it could. The base could be a little bit less thick then. By the time you part it off.
Put the product saver back on, Brian.
And don't forget, when you part off, not to undercut it. Make a slight dome on it so it doesn't sit on the table. So everybody
That's right. So it
thinks they're
wobbles.
drunk.
Yeah. So it wobbles and annoys everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
that's the one. If not, why not?
Just a reminder, folks, tomorrow evening we've got SK Crafts with special guest earworm, the one and only Glyn Senior from
That's one to miss.
Yorkshire Grit fame and fortune.
Well, fame anyway. I'm not so sure about the fortune.
Pop along. Your chance
But then
to find out about Glyn's woodturning history and how Yorkshire Grit became what it is today.
And how he's a champion chair wrecker.
Norman Greenwood's just joined us. Hello, Norman.
Hi,
Hi,
Norman.
Norman.
Good afternoon, Norman. The hands of you
Oh, we can still hear her.
With light brown Yorkshire gritty.
Oh
Dear
my
Lord.
goodness.
That's pretty good for someone you're not feeling very well, Mike.
Yeah, I know. If my wife could hear me now,
What
when I
about
go
up
downstairs, I'll start
What about a
moaning
Hampshire
again.
sheep?
She said, "Oh, you were laughing up there, but now you're finished. You're all miserable again."
Just give
That
it a
could
whole
be
thing.
something to do with her, Mike.
Ooh.
God, I'll tell you what, you're brave or stupid, one of the two, Terry.
Some of them way away.
Yes.
Way away, Mike.
She will travel through the annals of time to get to you, believe you me.
Ben's asking, does Glyn have a funny accent like Joe?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
funny.
absolutely.
The accent.
Oh, you got funny accent, I'm telling thee, the nose.
I ain't got funny accent.
Read funny accent like lad.
Yee,
Something
by
like that anyway.
gum. Flat cap
Go
and
and touch
ferrets.
shops. Go and touch shops.
Go and touch shops.
Down
Get some
Tut Mill.
bacon.
I want to know what these Tut Mills are. What do they make at Tut Mills? Tut
Tuts.
shops.
How many
Just-
tuts?
Yeah.
Go to the shop, lad.
Down Tut Pit.
Go and get some Orvis.
I don't think you should be saying very much anyway, because you guys between Cornwall and Devon can't even decide which side to put the jam.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nothing to do with how we speak.
You'd be
Is
surprised.
it not? I think it maybe is.
I think you're right, actually, Brian. I don't agree with you much, but I'll agree on that.
I'll put the jam on both sides.
Right, here we go.
Wait,
You are
me
going to finish
lovers.
that base
You
off
don't have
first,
to be
though,
talking
aren't you?
about things like that now.
Brian, you are going to finish that base off properly, aren't you?
Oh, the cheek of you.
Chris Dodd says, does Glenn
What do you
play
mean am I going to finish it off?
royalties
It's perfect.
And what about the
every time
thickness?
he sings that song? I wish.
She'd be singing it all day long if he did.
Glyn don't pay Joe anything.
That's looking good now, Brian. You did take about 1/8 of an inch off and you started parting off. And that
I
makes
didn't
all...
take anything off it. That's
Yes,
exactly
you
where I
did.
marked it with the skew. It's exactly where I marked it.
Well, okay then. What you
Don't
should
give
do
me any
is
of that rubbish.
you should go down another 8 then.
It's fine.
Okay, as long as you're happy, that's fine.
Are you undercutting it?
Yes, I'm undercutting it.
Okay. Just checking. But he is now. After a
No, it
second.
was anyway. Because if you look at the angle, if you look at the angle it's going at, you'll see that it's been undercut.
No, we can't. It's mystery of the cameras, Brian. So as you got to
I
say
wouldn't
now
take it
that-
all the way in, Brian, because it might do
Yeah,
a
fuck
Mike
off.
Vault. Might
Yeah.
start flying.
Still
Yeah,
reckon
I'd be taking the tailstock away now.
Yeah, me too. So in that case, leave it there.
That'll be why I unlocked it.
And turn the laser right down.
No, where's the fun?
Yeah,
Where's
Just put
the
your
fun
hand.
in that?
Just put your hand in it, around it. That's it.
Catch it over your right hand, part off with the left hand.
Nope.
Bang.
Cannot be breath any longer.
Well done, Brian.
Well done,
Perfect.
Brian. Nice one.
It had a bit of a wobble on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it-
Did have a little bit of a wobble on it.
no,
Yeah, I
He's
think
a
Chris
little bit
Dodd thought
standing
that
on
was
the
really
ball.
Chris. I can't remember now.
That's really nice. Just show the base again, Brian. Seriously. That's perfect, mate. Absolutely perfect.
And he thought the wobble was Brian wobbling, not the goblet.
Yeah, it probably was, to be truthful.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. Nice of goblet, that.
Ah, look, I've got a new sanding disc. Oh, good.
Klondike says, lovely dismount.
Yes. Yeah.
Brian, you know what that term means.
I'm
That's
just going to
dismount,
open
Brian.
another
Hey.
box. I'm just going to open up another box of trays.
Box of beer?
Blowing up smoke. Hang on. Can't be a minute.
With a box of vodka bottles.
Yeah.
What are you like? Stem is only a little bit thin.
Todd says, the audience gives it a 10 just in time for the Olympics.
Perfect.
Trevor P. Obi Turner says, Mike, did you see that? One piece.
Yeah, thanks, Trevor.
Press
No,
the-
you
press the
Invitation
wrong one.
received too.
No, you mentioned
Yeah.
it.
But mics are easier to post because they fold up.
Yeah, some assembly may be required. Woodturnings by Barry says, well done, Brian, with 3 thumbs ups.
Yeah, excellent. Well done, mate.
Mark Harvey says, nice one, Brian.
Right, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing that. I'm just going to show you it now.
Brent Beecroft says he likes the classic shape.
Let me just get that chuck out of there. Put my chuck back on my chuck buddy. Change the camera to there. Drop that camera down a little bit. It's the wrong camera. Try that one. Oh, too far down.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
And if I switch that lamp off,
Beautiful.
There we
Switch
go.
it round so we see the inclusion.
one little, oh sorry.
That looks
There you go.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, oh, I'm shaking. Stop that.
Yeah, well, it's the fear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the goblet
Shaking.
fear.
Shaking the fact you actually got away with it.
yeah, that's thanks. Whew, made it. There you go, guys.
Well
Let
done,
me bring
Brian.
these hallions back in again. What button do I press now? This one. There we go. Thank you guys for helping along.
My pleasure.
I'll give
My
you one
pleasure.
last look at this little goblet there. There's there. A little bit more close up.
Very nice.
You see, somebody asked me for the
Very,
drawing that
very
I
nice.
would have given you, and that's what I would have done, you see. You see
up
that,
against
Brian?
up against the
Yeah.
example, it's not much like it, like, but no
No,
matter.
I'm afraid that's
The
the
shape
way-
is
It's
correct. It's
alright,
just the
though.
height.
Oh, let
That's
me see.
all right.
Let me see your drawing, Mike. Let me see your drawing.
Oh, it's
Hold on.
perfect.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's get Mike's drawing up here.
There we are.
Where is he?
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
That's the Coventry
Yeah.
goblet.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
classical. Classic
the
Mike
Coventry
Watt.
goblet, yeah.
That's
Goblet,
that's
is.
that's the only one to go
Brilliant,
for.
Mike.
Right.
Well done, Mike.
Take Mike back off again.
Best
There we
thing
go.
to do.
I enjoyed
Excellent.
that. That was a nice little turn. Nice little piece of cherry. Turned out okay. Just perfect.
That's nice.
Getting
That's
your little
really
fingers
nice.
out. Worked out in nice shape. Don't know what. Anyway, thank you all for coming in and watching. We'll see you again. I'm not on again until next Thursday. Mark's on Monday night. I think,
Yep.
isn't that right, Mark?
Yes, I'm back Monday.
We've got Steve on Friday. We've got Steve on again on Sunday with Nikki, or the Nikki show with Steve.
I'm back. If I can get
Who else we got? We've got Terry
this
on
lot
Monday at
sorted out.
lunchtime.
Oh, lunchtime Monday,
I think Wayne the Woodturner's on Saturday, isn't he?
usually.
Yeah,
So
usually.
it should be.
I think.
Yeah, it's Friday lunchtime and Saturday evening.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Wayne's on over the weekend. We haven't got anybody currently doing Thursday evenings. I might have to think about doing Thursday evening.
As well as Thursday lunchtime?
No, you never know.
No, Terry, because you're going to do Thursday lunchtimes.
No, I'm not.
No,
I already do
because you
Monday.
and Pete are
You
going to
need to be-
alternate between Monday and
He can
Thursday.
do Thursday at Monday
Yeah.
lunchtime.
Yeah, but I can't because I've got no internet. So
Well, that's
No,
all right. You can travel.
He's
You
had,
can
he's had to travel all the way down to Bude to get internet.
I can
there
lend
you
you
go.
mine.
So you can just travel. You'll be
Lend you
fine.
mine.
Can't you
I
just
think that's
run a cable up, Pete?
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah, it's on a cable. Yeah, it's not that
if you
far.
get anywhere near Bristol, they nick the copper out of the middle of it, so it don't work.
Anyway,
Excuses,
what time of the day is
excuses.
it now? 25 past 2.
Just
Anybody
for
got any
that.
questions from the chat or anything? Or
There he is sat in the corner in my little workshop.
poor Pete. Stuck in the
Hey.
corner.
Count himself lucky I gave him a chair.
Yeah, they've had good
Oh,
fun
yeah.
this last couple of days trying to rearrange Mark's workshop. You want to come over and give me a hand, tidy up now, boys? Just...
No,
No,
Oh, okay.
No.
no.
That
Because we've got to
was a
tidy,
result- that was a
we've got to
resounding
tidy
no.
this lot up.
You've hardly made any shavings anyway.
And we had the lovely Joe in as well, giving us a rendition of the Yorkshire Grit song. Voice of an angel, as always.
Oh,
No,
you creep.
an angle grinder.
Voice of an angel grinder.
Voice of an angle.
Angle.
Ankle grinder, yeah.
Angle.
Lewis is asking, do you get any grit made, Joe?
No, not today. It's tomorrow.
I'm like, oh. Oh well.
Right.
Look forward to that, guys. New grit to be bought. Yay! Okay, we're
Sure.
going to call it a day at that, guys, I think. Thank you very much to Pete, Mark, Terry, Mike
Cheers,
for
everyone.
coming in, sharing
worries.
their knowledge and advice as
Cheers.
usual, and to Joe for coming in and keeping us all in check. And to all you guys, we'll see you again somewhere on the tube. Bye for now, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Well, cheers.